Today I'm critiquing a property I showed to a client, and then I'm going to give it an Arvin score at the end of the video. So if you ever decide to buy or build a property like this, you won't make the same mistakes. I'm Arvin Haddad. I'm the How to Buy a Mansion guy. Now let's watch the rest of the video together.
What's with the backdrop here?
This is actually the first cement wall that I've done. You know, you usually used to seeing what? The moss wall.
Or
right?
like light walls, living
Exactly.
walls, yeah.
It's from the lower level and it goes all the way up to the top.
And it even like pushes itself out to the landings as well.
Exactly, and it's just a texture wall. It goes in and out, and here we can actually see it while we're walking down to the lower level.
It has a lot of imperfections, and basically they put the cement on the wall and then hand carve these sections and create these rock formations.
Yeah, Enes. They brought 10 artisans from Tibet, Buddhist monks. They spent 5 years hand chiseled every imperfection. He's trying to make everything sound better. It's just in his DNA.
First thing you see on a landing is this beautiful island right here with this tree.
This is going to create beautiful shadows and textures at night.
And you see the lighting here. So again, you know, during nighttime, it just
these are faux trees.
This is actually a real tree.
This is a real tree?
Right, this is a real tree.
Oh yeah.
This is a real tree.
Okay, the little plants are all faux.
Yep, this is a real tree. You got the synthetic leaves that gets connected to this real tree.
Wait, how do you keep the tree alive, but then the leaves just stay the way
The tree is dead. The tree's dead, bro. Oh my God. This is the funniest thing ever. A lot of fake plants. The whole, it's so like shooting yourself in the foot because he's done so good on so many other elements, right? But all these fake stuff, like fake, you know, moss wall that he was doing was not bad enough. He's like, I'm going to replace it with something else that's fake. Why didn't you just bring the limestone for the back wall? Why can't you find you have natural light coming in. Why don't you put an actual tree? It's been done before. You can find trees and can have a proper, you know, person to take care of it and have an actual tree. Like, you don't have to do fake shit.
And then you have your glass elevator. You'll see it right now. I mean, look at this thing. See that antique mirror right here?
Ray, you blend right in. Throughout the whole home.
That's it, man.
Nice. Nicely done.
And then when you're going up, you know, you're just kind of looking at each level with the smoke glass.
Oh, yeah, because it's partially exposed.
Exactly.
Got it.
All right. So again, now we're in the lower level, and we talked about, I mean, you stand right here.
That's all the way to the roof.
We are in the low. We're 16 feet right now below grade.
Yeah.
Right?
Serious.
Exactly. And you cannot tell.
Well, it's the ceiling height, the openness helps a lot.
Just the openness out there, and then, you know, creating a backyard also looking out on that side.
We're opening the horizon so it's not blocked against the hillside.
Yep. I know what you're thinking. Arvin, is this an upside down home? It's not. Actually, this is not an upside down home because his ground level has a backyard, right? He put a fountain, he's calling it a swimming pool, but this is actually not an upside down home. So you do have a backyard from the ground level, which is great. This is an additional basement level that opens up, right? It also feels like, because it does open up, it does feel like, you know, you're above ground. But technically speaking, on this side, you're not. On the street side, you're not.
Powder room, you know, again.
God bless you with a lot of square footage, Ray, so you can have your fun with it. This is most people's bathroom.
So here's the thing where many don't really notice. That powder room gets used more than a lot of different parts of the house.
Or a lot of the in-suite bathrooms.
Definitely. You know, you're sitting there with the family, right? Having dinner, watching TV.
You're not going to go all the way to your bedroom.
You go to your powder room. People come over, right?
You go to powder.
And that's kind of where it is. So I want to make sure the powder room has a cool little sexy touch to it also.
With more fake plants. I hate the Tulum elements. It backdates the property. There's so many nice light fixtures. There's a whole world universe of lighting, you know? There are lighting specialists that I've seen on projects I consult on that are incredible people. Like, they just understand light so, like, it's such a universe of its own. And it's just, you know, looks like you picked up some stuff from Mayfair and, you know, put it on.
What we got next?
All right.
Oh, let's go across.
So this is a relaxation room. You can sit here, watch a movie, a game, hang out. You got the starlight ceiling, and it's soothing, right?
It's glowing a little bit.
It is.
It's glowing a little bit. It's romantic. very narrow. The part that cheaps it out is the ceiling. It really does. Again, it's so backwards, so behind, you know? It's a common theme with Ramtin. He's always chasing the next thing. He's the last one to enter it, and he's not really ahead of it. He's not researching what's the next thing, right? And it's one of the main reasons why he's not hitting these slam dunks, because this lot could deliver a $50 million exit if architecturally you're correct, right? If the details don't look cheap, if all these elements are coming together, you could get these big numbers as other developers have.
An intimate room, that's what it is.
And then you brought a lot of those.
And you got the
wolf
stars
houses.
out too.
That's right, literally. Good. It matches the scale of the home. That's generally what I look for.
It doesn't match the scale of the home at all. It's a 19,000 square foot home. It's actually pretty small for the size of the property. It literally looks like a tricked out Escalade. Oh, you don't have to say anything, Enes, you know? He always feels like he has to say something to like level it up.
All right, let's keep going. The wine room, which we're seeing.
It's an actual roof.
Oh, it is 100%, you know, and again, it's about trying to kind of being a little different. You know, my goal is that you leave here and everything kind of sticks to your head. That dining room.
It makes a mark.
That chef's kitchen. That stone that you saw in the bar, right? The little star ceiling you saw in that movie theater. The wine room that you came and you go, whoa, right? This, you can actually sit here and just...
This is a dining room to a degree, yeah.
Okay, the wine room did not make it memorable for me at all when I saw it in person. In fact, to me, wine rooms or wine cellars should have a level of protection. The fact that he opened it up on both sides to give you a view through the house to the outdoor in the backyard was idiotic. Like, you just don't do it. You could have had it closer to the view if you wanted to have it an outdoor space, okay? But it was not necessary. You can put wine room as a cozy, protected area that it's soundproof. People can have cigars and hang out and drink wine. Centerpiecing it like it's under a stairway, right? This kind of looks like as if it was an under stairway in the middle. It just didn't do it. In fact, pay attention to the layout of this lower floor. It was really wasteful and it just didn't have a good flow at all.
You know, I would call it kind of a lounge, family room, living room, all kind of flows together. But what I did over here is this video wall, right? And this is pretty cool. So this is where we hang out and we can watch different games, right? We want to watch a movie down here.
A little bit more entertainment oriented. Lower seating, tiny bit cozier, tiny bit more intimate.
Yeah, I mean, you got the stone wall behind it with the planters in the front. And this is a little chill area, a conversation section right here.
To get, you know, congregate and hang out. You got a lot of square footage, right? A lot of surface area.
Which he wasted. Literally 3 different seating areas right next to each other. Like, what's the purpose of this area next to the stone wall? And then they have the, you know, screening area, the, you know, game room, whatever. That was nice. I can understand you would need that. But then there's another seating area on the other side. Completely wasted. As to upstairs, the ground level was really simple, but very well positioned. To me, this is a clear sign that we're like, we'll figure out what we're going to do with the basement later. It's going to be a massive basement, right? And I'm really glad that it opens up to this huge space. I talk about this, right? It's not actually compartmentalized, right? It just doesn't have a purpose. Like, where is your bar on your basement level? You had a bar upstairs, but where is your bar downstairs? In fact, I would argue if you had to choose a place to put the bar, it should have been downstairs. This is the party area. And we have 3 different seating arrangements, right? That function exactly the same. Like, only one of them has TV. The rest of them was like, okay, let's just sit here.
The view is great. We're going to check out that backyard in a second, but we still got a little bit more to see on this level.
Yeah, so, you know, this is the gym on this side.
And it's nice to have, by the way, before we go in, that's your maid's quarters.
That is your maid's quarter. And let me show you them. Listen, this is actually maid's quarter, and
it feels like a bedroom, though.
Exactly.
You have a king-size bed.
Right?
Most maid's quarters won't have a king-size bed.
Exactly. But look at the stone, for example, in this maid's quarter right
Silver
here.
travertine.
It's actually not a maid's quarter. This is your guest bedroom, because this is the only other bedroom in the whole house that is not on the family floor, which is the second floor we're going to see later in the video, because you didn't have another bedroom on the ground level. So this is your guest bedroom.
Let's talk about what makes this a good maid's quarters. Exterior access. That staircase wraps the side of the property, connects you back to the motor court.
Which also makes it a good guest bedroom, so your guests could come in and out of the property without disturbing you.
And they still get a full room here, which is pretty good size. You can even get a smaller bed and a small seating.
Totally.
and a built-in closet.
Yes. We actually just finished the gym.
Yeah.
Right? So there's some more equipment coming in. But you got natural light from outside. You got the glass on this side over here. And
Well, I mean, the best part of it is you just step outside and work out there a little bit, stretch,
Exactly.
do some weights. It's nice that it taps into the outdoor experience and it flows easily.
I'm very glad that it connects to the outside, but I'm very disappointed with the way it connects to the rest of the basement. Again, did you notice how the layout on the basement level, you had this massive space and he didn't know what to do with it. Like the basement level, it had the huge potential. The ceiling was definitely lower, but it had this huge potential and it just really failed for me.
right here, you got looking at this beautiful stone wall, you got the skylight over there, and you got the beautiful palm trees, and then look at that whole water feature that you're looking outside.
Now, the reason why I wanted to showcase this bedroom, one would look at the footprint of this home and say, this is going to be the worst bedroom in the entire house. It faces the street, kind of gets pushed against the hillside here a little bit. And that's okay. Not every bedroom is going to have the most open view, right?
Right.
But here's the thing I was going to give you credit for. You've turned that disadvantage into such a substantial advantage.
Right.
Now, that's to some degree one of the coolest views that you get from the bedrooms.
Yep. You know what's interesting? You'll get some clients that actually enjoy this
More than the view.
more than the city view.
Yeah, I hear you.
Definitely.
Well, I mean, it's a lot more engaging. Greenery, water, movement, this quaint, cozy balcony, just enough to put a chair or two and have your coffee. This feels like a mini kind of hotel suite.
Okay, remember this segment. So they're praising how amazing this view is, which I don't agree with them. It's great that it's green, right? But you're looking into the driveway. Not ideal. I think 99% of the population would prefer the view. Otherwise, they wouldn't buy in the hills. You know, you get a lot of flat land if you don't want views, right? So I disagree with it, but they're making an argument that this is really beautiful. Now, hold on to that thought. We're going to come back to it.
On the other side, we have the second guest suite
Yeah, you
facing
got-
the hillside, but look how cool this view is.
Right. So I did a corner windows on this side, right? Instead of just having one small window over here.
I'm just gonna say here, like, it's a great backdrop. I love this. Open the casement here, let that fresh air come in.
And
This
just
is
looking
great.
at greenery, right?
This is nicely done. I don't think you can do too much landscaping. I really mean it. Okay, so you got two more guest suites here. They're both facing the view.
Yes.
Which sells the property. You see, I don't know why they're trying to make the other two bedrooms like sound they're amazing. It's good that, you know, they've done landscaping. I'm a big fan of it, and I think they've did a really good job with landscaping this property, minus the freaking fake plans, right? But the main element that you got to pay attention if you're a developer or building your dream home is how much frontage, linear frontage you have on the good view. And this property has a lot of it. Both the living spaces, the basement, and the upper floor, you have plenty of areas that opens up to the view. In this case, you got two guest bedrooms and the primary all opening up to the view, which is really, really good. And in fact, you have 5 bedrooms upstairs. This is really, really good. A lot of ultra wealthy individuals have 3-4 kids, right? And that having that 4th or 5th bedroom on the upper level really checks the mark for, you know, really ultra wealthy families who have a lot of kids. And that's a good thing.
You got this drop-in, gorgeous view. And then the fire pit right on this side right here too, right? That's it. And you got a dual-sided fireplace right over there on the
Shared
other
with the
side.
primary bedroom.
And then you're just kind of looking out. And it's just, you know, you got this amazing weather, but there is so much more just besides the weather also. We travel, go to different places, right? Be honest with me, would you live anywhere else?
No, I mean, if you have the means and you can make it, LA is, I think, one of the best places in the world to live and do commerce in, right? It's not, life is not just about quality of living. Well, you want a place that you can work in. You want diversity. You want landscape diversity too. That's another thing that LA offers. Drive 5 miles this way, you got the ocean. 5 miles this way, you have the mountains.
Yes.
LA has like 30 cities or city-like neighborhoods with it. So there's this immense diversity, right? Like you want laid-back Malibu lifestyle, they got it. You want the city hustle bustle high-rise, they got it. Being able to pack that much diversity in a city with great weather and in a country that is globally recognized as one of the best, the criteria is getting higher and higher.
What he just mentioned is how the middle class choose a new city to move into. And in this case, for Los Angeles, he's correct. He's naming the features of Los Angeles, right? But if you're a high net worth individual, you can have all of this by renting this property. You really don't have to purchase it. If you want to purchase a property of this caliber, you have to understand how it fits in your portfolio. What are you trying to get out of it, right? Is it social capital? Is it cultural capital? Which buckets are empty and which buckets are full from what you already have? And if you don't have that many properties, what kind of a portfolio do you want to have? You have to be thoughtful of that. How do I know all this stuff? Is because I partner with Trove. They've showed me how expensive it is and how much little usage a lot of their clients are getting from their properties by just owning it because they were impulsive. So I've created a metrics for a portfolio score. If you want to know more about Trove, the link is in the description. Fill out the form. I will tell you exactly what they do. And if you end up being a good fit for Trove, they will be able to manage your family office at a lower cost that you're already doing it right now, and leave you a lot more time so you can do the stuff that you want. As a bonus sign up, I will give you a portfolio score for your entire portfolio. And if you don't have that many homes, I will help plan your portfolio so you won't have redundancies or empty buckets. The link is in the description. I will get on a call with you and tell you more about Trove in private.
Okay, next door, why don't we go through here?
Let's do it.
So technically that's your second junior.
These are, California king size
These are proper king size beds.
beds, right?
Yeah.
And then if you look, like even the bath, this is spacious. I mean, look how big the shower is.
That's not a junior primary. You need 2 sinks for a junior primary. It needs to be a primary. You can't have a single sink on a $53 million listing and call it a junior primary.
How long did it take you to build this one?
Approximately 3 years.
3 years.
Right.
Wait, assuming another year with acquiring, designing, planning?
We're in about 6 months.
6 months?
Yeah, 6 to 8 months. on my
And
part
Ray's
of it.
moving extremely
Yeah, but
aggressively.
listen, that's not normal, right? This
That's
is
not
based. No, this is all kind of in-house, right? This is me being a designer, right, and an in-house development firm. So we don't have any middleman.
It's great that he doesn't have a middleman in 2 different ways. First, he's taking the profit margin of everyone else in the food chain, right? So from the architect to the interior designer, everyone, he's taking the margin of every single one of them. So his profit margins are significantly better than other developers that outsource everything else. And second, he gets to make decisions quickly because there's only one decision maker, him. But exactly the same person would benefit the most out of consulting with outside consultant. I'm not just saying me, any consultant that he brings into this to show him how other developers around the world are doing it, he will get enormous benefit out of that. Enormous. It would really transform his business. I don't know if he sees it himself or not, but if you are someone like that and you trust me to be that consultant to bring you not just your local neighborhood, style and design, but from 20 different cities from all around the world, the best of the best, and bring it to your project so you will have a window to the rest of the world, you will dominate your local market. I don't care where you are because no one else has access to 20 different cities.
Primary.
All right.
Let's do that.
Let's do that. Let's see it.
Yeah.
They just totally skipped the landing area because it was really weak. It really has 5 bedrooms, which is fantastic. But your, upstairs landing area is really a foyer. I don't see the family really hanging out here. It doesn't really function that well.
You go all out for your primaries.
Oh, definitely.
You always
You know.
put that one layer of emphasis.
I mean, this is where you spend the big bucks on, right?
Wow. I brushed through it right before you and I started shooting.
Okay.
This is massive. And really interesting. First thing that I recognize, tell me your logic here. Because there's a half wall,
Yeah.
it kind of made it cozy.
Uh-huh.
And obviously you want to avoid the neighbor next door. Not that they're looking in, but visually.
Right.
But also this is an incredible view corridor
Right.
all the way to the Pacific Ocean. So it would be a disgrace to close this wall off.
Right. Looking down, you're going to see some of the roofs, but looking straight out, you got the Pacific Ocean and just this
Ocean corridor.
gorgeous city view on that side.
When I showed this property in person, the primary bedroom view was really, really disappointing. In fact, you know how he asked Enes to sleep on the bed? If you do the same thing in the primary bedroom, you get the ugly hell view. Your primary bedroom bed is not centered to the downtown LA view, and you don't even get a view angle in the sleeping position over here. And secondly, the neighbor next door hasn't built yet. Once he builds, that view is going to be jeopardized. It's going to build 2 levels up and a rooftop for sure, just like this one once it gets built. So again, it was not positioned towards the view, which was everything else was, but the primary bedroom wasn't. And this has to do with the fact that he decided to give a double height ceiling to his dining room, which I told you guys in part 1. I'm going to link it at the end of the video.
This is the first one that I did as a 2-story dining room.
This one came with a price. You will find out why. It came at a cost, because otherwise everything could have got what? Skewed to the left, and then the primary bedroom would have had a direct line of sight to the downtown LA and this view.
Before we continue, let's quickly also show this. Primary gets a zone of that big deck that kicks out from this level.
So you got your own little cozy balcony on this side with a fireplace over here, and then again just looking out straight at the view,
which is not really cozy because it completely opens up to the kids' balcony, and then you have a see-through fireplace which your kids are going to climb through to come to your bed. Weird. Again, very weird. And this is the view that you should have landed on for the primary bed, and you just don't get it. You don't get the best view from your own primary bedroom. And interestingly, he's put the primary bedroom at the end so it would get the best view, but then it didn't land. Right? It just didn't land.
So we got this little secret door over here.
2 of them.
2 of them, one on each side, and
let's go.
You walk in.
This is definitely the craziest bathroom, and I'm getting a peek of the closet on the other side I think you've ever put.
Yeah, oh definitely. Well, before we go there, I mean, look, just this whole slab, right? This is actually 2 slabs that were put together, and what I wanted to make sure is it kind of flows and it fades into the shower slab also, right? It's actually the biggest shower I've done.
Yeah, and book match.
Even the detail on the ceiling, right, kind of steps up on that.
Yeah, this is wild, Ray. Let's step inside. I don't think people are comprehending genuinely how big this thing is.
No, we do. It's just very, very big and easy flow also, okay? And it does feel like a spa. But here's what I didn't like about it. It didn't have any windows, which bothered the crap out of me. For your primary bedroom, people are putting their primary bedroom on the view side, right? To get a view. Forget about like natural light. And it just didn't have any natural light coming to it. Second, the entrance to get in and get out through that secret door was uninviting. It just seemed like a hassle to me. Like you had to find the door in the middle of the night. I don't know. I just didn't like the fact that in this case, like if it was a, I don't know, secret room or a safe room, I get it. But for this, like go to your regular use day in, day out, I just didn't like that type of entrance.
That's interesting. I've never seen you do that.
No, this is actually first one. I brought the sauna up here too. So you got the sauna. It's got a Bluetooth in there also.
You feel like
music.
It's interesting. Now this is becoming more of people's like beginning their day or closing their day kind of exercise rather than just being part of the spa experience.
Yeah, that's really cool for the primary suite, but it sucks for everyone else in the house or your guest. You're not going to have your kids or your guests coming through your primary bedroom to your bathroom to use the sauna naked, right? It's not going to work. So you don't have a spa in the whole property. And we've got 19,000 square feet. And then even here where we do have a steam shower and a dry sauna, we don't have a cold plunge and we don't have an outdoor space. Like, what is it? Like, just in a dungeon? Like, are we in a penthouse in New York to have a spa like this?
Man, this right here, yeah, this is definitely...
Ray, you're losing yourself.
Yeah, this is special. This is definitely the biggest closet that I have done.
I think besides one house, this is the biggest one I've seen in the city. Yeah. 3 islands, same stone.
Yep.
I like these thick fabricated edges.
This was definitely the biggest one closet I've ever seen. Like maybe I've seen his and her, if you combine the square footage, maybe it would have been slightly bigger than this, but just one space, one closet. This was huge. Huge, enormous. But then again, I didn't like the fact that you had to go through the bathroom to get in here, and it didn't have any windows. When they told us that, landscaping was so great from the other 2 bedrooms, it was perhaps some people even prefer that view, and then we didn't get anything over here.
And this is it.
Got it.
Yeah, Opal kind of got a piece of my heart in here right now. This one's definitely special, and I'm glad that you guys were able to follow us, and appreciate it, the love and the support, and looking forward to many more.
Thank you.
And it's always great to see you.
Good to see
My
you,
brother.
brother.
Yes, sir.
Take care.
Can you spot the flaw? I always pause the frame. I ask my subscribers, are you a subscriber? You can check if you are, to spot the flaw. I give you guys 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. There is no bathroom. You have to take the stairs to go down. There's also more flaws over here. Pay attention, but most importantly, see if this outdoor space in the rooftop does something that the other outdoor spaces, because you got 2 other ones, doesn't.
This is the outdoor bar. Features a really nice travertine countertop with a travertine surround. We have appliances down below. And over on this side, we have a pickleball court with this kind of a view. Certainly one of the best in the city I've seen so far. This is quite impressive.
Yeah, you could literally die. Like, I mean, the setbacks are really, really tight. I mean, on 3 different sides, you got concrete, and then you got the bar on this other side. So, to me, like, you know, professional ping pong players would need more room. So it's really pushing it. Again, I don't feel like the basement or the rooftop was planned. I think they were both afterthoughts because the rooftop is huge. But pay attention to actually how much open space you have. You got the skylights, but again, they take a majority of the spot, like the prime location, right? To me, I don't think you would ever use this rooftop as much because the other 2 outdoor spaces are significantly better. And the views don't get that much better at this level. They don't. Like a new element doesn't pop out from your, line of vision to see. It's the same view, slightly higher. Okay, let's give it an Arvin score. But before I do that, if you're a developer like Ramtin that does everything in-house, you live in a bubble. You don't get that normal interaction with different architects, interior designer, because you're trying to increase your margins and do things faster. I get it. But that comes with a negative, as I showcased in this 2-part series. You don't get a window to the outside. You don't know what your competitors are doing because you're doing a lot more work. You're doing other people's work, so you're even busier, right? But you also don't get that human interaction. I think I can add an enormous amount of value to someone who does operate in the similar way. Here's a link to the Platinum Partners. Fill out the form, and I would love to chat with you. Okay, location. This is Beverly Hills Post Office, but it's a good location within Beverly Hills Post Office. I'm going to give it a 7.5. Log quality. Naturally speaking, I would say 1/3 of it was flat. I'm going to give it a 7.5. Lot utilization. It wasn't an upside down home. The main level, the ground level, had a backyard and he had a fountain. He called it a swimming pool, and the side setbacks were very good. You didn't have a private driveway, but you did have a frontage which was off center. I'm still going to give it an 8. Privacy. This was a big positive. It's not in a gated community, but you had a lot of privacy from both neighbors on each side. And the other ridge across was way too far to really, see it with a naked eye. And you were closed off of the street. I'm going to give it a 9. Lot orientation. You're east facing. I'm going to give it a 7. Architectural style. This was a big miss. He keeps repeating the same thing and clouds it with different material. And he's just not really stepping out of his comfort zone, okay? I think this lot could have delivered an architectural property. He went for the typical white box. He just made it to loom. I can't give it anything more than a 6.5. Views. On paper, you would think it would get a 10 because you have a mountain view, you have downtown LA view, and you have Century City view. But that doesn't count. Your Century City view is only from the primary bedroom. Your downtown LA view is just way too close to that ridge. It just doesn't stand itself. Like, it's not a focal point. It's too close to something else. And then your mountain view is really ugly, right? It's not a really beautiful mountain to look at. I can't give it anything more than an 8. Layout. This is a tough one because the ground level was amazing. It was simple and he got the job done in a grand way, but it still felt like a home. I really, really like the way he set it up. But then the basement just sucked. Horrible flow and horrible arrangement. And then you had 5 bedrooms upstairs. I'm going to give it a 6. Scale and volume. Look, this is another tough one because, again, the ground level, really, really good. But both on the basement and on the upper floor, the ceilings really dropped. I'm going to give it another 7. Finishes. He keeps shooting himself in the foot. He really does. I mean, those fake plants and the fake wall and the fake everything that he had going on, it really cheaps out everything else he does. And then he's also following the trend. The only beautiful thing I really saw in the whole property as far as finishes goes that I absolutely love was that bar. I thought that was absolutely beautiful. Really, really great stone. I'm going to give it a 6.5. Now, here's the Arvin score. If you want to see part 1 or another project of his, check it out, and I'll see you guys in the comments. Thanks for watching.